that's a nice view to wake up to. And the nice bay is super calm. We got some palm trees, the pool. I don't know if you can see it way back here. It looks like there's a cruise ship coming in. Someone out on a paddleboard. It's beautiful. So this is how the other half lives.
This is the life.
This is the life. Day 2. It's really not day 2. It's more like hour 14 of our little staycation here in Vallarta. We are at Sunscape in Vallarta, all-inclusive resort. I believe on hotels.com. It's like if you were booking on there, it's like $150.
Yep.
Luckily, we were able to go through my dad's vacation timeshare program, so that's what brings us here. But today, we wanted to talk about. So you're coming to Vallarta. Should you stay in an all-inclusive resort?
Yep.
Or should you go into town, stay in a hotel, or maybe an Airbnb? Buenos días. Quiero un omelette de 4 huevos, de tocino, jitomate, cebolla y queso.
Hola, buen día. Grande.
What did you get?
Yes. An omelet, chilaquiles, papas ralladas. ¿Ralladas?
Rayadas. I think it's rayadas.
Frijoles y café. Híjole.
Bien mexicana.
Yeah.
I got the biggest omelet she would make me, with a little bit of sausage on the side.
A little bit. There's only a little bit because you ate the rest in line.
That's true. All right. The real question is, this buffet or Mi Cafe in town?
Mi Cafe. Mi Cafe is way better food, although the breakfast buffet, let's just say it was way better than the dinner buffet, I thought.
That's true. If you watched yesterday's video or our last video, the breakfast buffet was pretty good, but I will certainly give the edge to most of the breakfast places in Vallarta: Freddy's, Cafe de Olla, Mi Cafe, Coco's Kitchen, Pancake House. They'll all get the edge, but this is poolside. This is poolside. How's the water?
Feels really nice.
It's pretty nice. And the key to so far this resort is to go to breakfast somewhat early, because after us there was a line, and get to the pool early because now the kids are arriving. And I mean, nothing against kids, but the pool's just more fun without them.
Nothing against kids, but everything against kids.
Okay, what would you generally say is like the benefit of staying in an all-inclusive rather than staying in a hotel or Airbnb, regardless of the city?
Yeah, I think one of the best things about an all-inclusive, and I remember feeling this after Greg and I first went on a cruise, it's a similar experience, in terms of like there's minimal, like 0 to very minimal planning required in terms of planning your trip as a whole, but then also once you get to the resort or get on a ship or whatever, like there's not really, there's like a couple activities you can choose from, and like obviously you can book shore excursion type things in the lobby, but other than that, it's like your vacation is generally like planned for you.
You don't have
which
to.
Which is kind of nice.
Yeah, hypothetically, if you never left the resort, you would have a perfect vacation. So I think an all-inclusive is kind of better for if you're looking just pure relaxation.
Yeah, or like after, I feel like my job was like
busy season.
Like in seasons, and so after busy season, this is like all I wanted to do was like sit by a pool, like watch the waves, and I think if that's the sort of vacation you're looking for, I do feel like an all-inclusive resort option is best.
Exactly, whereas I think staying in town somewhere, whether here in Vallarta or anywhere, it's just better if you really want to get a little bit more of a culture experience.
Yeah, or if you're looking to explore.
You want to explore, you want to try the local food at the, at actual restaurants, not just a buffet, so that's a better option. So which cities in Mexico, we'll get to Vallarta in a second, but which cities in Mexico do you feel like are more suited to staying in an all-inclusive versus staying like in an Airbnb, for example?
I for sure think the first one that comes to mind is Cabo.
Cabo,
and here's
100%.
Why. We've actually stayed at an all-inclusive resort in Cabo, and we've also stayed in a non-all-inclusive resort option. The all-inclusive resort option was obviously similar to here, like every meal was included, drinks, things like that. And then the non-all-inclusive option, sort of what ended up happening is everywhere in town that we found to eat and drink were super expensive places. Like maybe $15 to $20 meals, $16 margaritas on the beach.
Yeah.
So I think actually in Cabo, I think the bang for your buck, so to speak, or like I think that your all-inclusive like pays for itself in a weird way.
All-inclusive.
Unless you're planning to like go to the grocery store and cook at home. But really, who wants to do that on your vacation?
Yeah, Cabo 100% all-inclusive.
I think so too.
I would say I would throw Cancun in there as well. 100% all-inclusive. We stayed in the hotel zone when we went to Cabo and didn't do an all-inclusive. And we couldn't really find any food.
Yeah, it was really hard. It was really, you're right. It was like the hotel zone in Cancun in particular is sort of separated from the city, not walkable whatsoever. The little like peninsula where all the hotels are is not walkable. So we struggled and walked probably miles to find a mall where we again probably paid way too much for food.
Yeah, and we ventured into town, into Cancun to try and see like, I mean like we're not here just to see the beach, we want to see the town. Yeah. And there's a reason you never saw a video about it. We'll just put it that way. So 100% Cancun. Isla Mujeres, I don't even know if there is, but I would say hotel.
Isla Mujeres, I would say hotel because it is so walkable and because everything is affordable. And again, the city itself is set up a little bit for tourism. So I think that like, mainly it's walkable. I feel like that's one of the...
And then last few I can think of, we'll go rapid fire. La Paz, there's no all-inclusive, stay at a hotel. Puerto Escondido, stay in a hotel to kind of have a surfer vibe. Huatulco, I would say it could go 50-50. There's some really nice resorts there. The resorts could have a really unique beach that you might not otherwise see.
The town isn't right on the water, so either stay in an all-inclusive on the water, or we stayed in a hotel on the water, but then it was again sort of hard to find food. So
where else besides Vallarta? We haven't been to Acapulco.
Mazatlan, I would say for sure hotel. I don't even know if there are all-inclusives.
Mazatlan, 100% stay in a hotel and enjoy the city. There's no need to stay in a resort if you're going to Mazatlan. Now that begs the question: Puerto Vallarta, all-inclusive or stay in town?
I would say
we interrupt that train of thought to bring you a spontaneous game of volleyball. We're pretty bad. I'm tall, so I'm just gonna stand by the net and jump. That's my game plan. We lost. Oh, sorry. We have to check out. We're gonna see how long they're gonna let us stay. Not let us stay.
We're not gonna ask permission.
We're just gonna see how long we stay till they force us to leave. What do you think? All-inclusive or not?
I think absolutely not stay at an all-inclusive.
Why?
I think that Vallarta is a unique place because the actual city is situated right on the water. I think that's reason number one. Like you can stay in the city and be on the beach like all at one time. So you're not looking like you don't have to stay in a different area of town to venture into town. There's plenty of restaurants. Like everything is already at your fingertips if you stay in town, which is I think one of the reasons you would stay at a resort is to have everything at your fingertips. That's the case in Vallarta.
Yeah. Aerobics time.
Dang,
aerobics time.
Aerobics time. All right.
But you don't get aerobics.
Yeah, I would say
that's reason number one.
Unlike Cancun and unlike Cabo, Vallarta is the destination. Like the city is the destination. Not only the beach or the mountains or just the tours, but the city itself is the destination. And unlike Cabo, the food here and everything is very, very affordable.
Yeah, I think that's thing number two is like staying off the resort is also really reasonably priced. Whereas like I think in Cabo you might as well stay at a resort because you're going to spend just as much money off the resort. I do not think that's the case here in Vallarta. I think that the town is like a great mix of people visiting, people who live there. Tons of people still live in Vallarta. So I think affordability wise, I think the buck goes a lot further off the resort in Vallarta than it does anywhere else.
Yeah. That said, hey, like coming to Vallarta and staying all-inclusive is better than not coming to Vallarta at all. And there's still a lot of cool tours you can do. If you come to Vallarta and you're staying in all-inclusive, just venture downtown at minimum, go to the boardwalk, go to the Malecón, and you really get a taste for Vallarta, and I almost guarantee you will fall in love. Did you tell them the bad news?
What?
You broke my sunglasses. Where is it? Here.
Well, I didn't really.
The ball did. I got hit. She hit me in the face with the ball. I feel like it was
I did not hit you in
payback.
the face with the ball. We were playing volleyball and your face stopped the ball instead of your hands. I'm sorry your reflexes are a little slower now that you're 28, but don't put that on me.
It's a second pair in a week, man. Who needs CrossFit?
Hey, 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 hey.
I don't know about you, but I do feel like I miss home already.
A little bit.
It's only
But
been-
the good thing is we're like 12 minutes away.
Only like 12 minutes from home, so I am excited to go home here. What are your final thoughts on like all-inclusive experience or just the whole thing?
I think overall, all-inclusives represents a huge percentage of the way that people from all across the world see Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And although I don't think an all-inclusive is the best option for Vallarta specifically, I do think that all-inclusives are great options for lots of destinations in Mexico.
Yeah, and like you said, it's a way that so many people, Mexicans and otherwise, see Mexico. So it's interesting to see Mexico and to see Vallarta from the perspective that so many people see it through. I think they're about to kick us out, so I guess we'll end the video.
I guess so. Amigos, thank you guys so much for coming on this all-inclusive tour with us. I hope you guys are just as cool as we are. Until next time, have less, do more.
Team.
Bye-bye.